Thank you so much. So happy to be here tonight. So happy you are all here tonight. I want to introduce the band. On drums, we have Sam Wagner. Chris Ponte. On woodwinds, Daniel Lode. Boards, David August. And Candace Lynn Matthews on vocals. So this next song I wrote on request for BCC. Femi, who was our music director at the time, Gui Mei Lin, asked me to write something for Gathering Sunday. So it was the Sunday we were all coming back from our summer vacation. And unfortunately, there was no gathering that was going to happen because of COVID. So wrote this, and then my husband Steve and I put together a short video for it. So this is going to be its debut, its live debut, and it's called God's Love is Everywhere. And I put a little bit of the words in it for you in the program, so that I want you to feel free to sing along with it. By the time you hear it, maybe the 5th time, you should be ready to sing along to it. I wrote it in Croton Point Park because God's love was there too. So, I have an elderly aunt, and she's, we were talking about the afterlife, and she's really looking forward to it, which is something that kind of blew my mind. And so I wanted to write this song, which is a little bit about where we are here, you know, what our life is like here, and what's going to meet us when we get there. She's confident that, you know, those gates are going to fly open, and she's going to march right in, and she's going to see my uncle, and she hadn't seen in many years, and it's just going to be a beautiful reunion. So I wrote this song about it called When the Gates of Heaven Open, and it kind of reminds me of a story. Tony and Joe were on the train coming home from the Yankee game, and they started having this philosophical conversation. Tony turned to Joe and he said, "Do you think there's baseball in heaven?" And Joe said, "I don't know. Listen, how about whoever goes first will come back and tell the other one if there's baseball in heaven?" And he says, "That's a great idea." So a couple of years go by, Tony passes away, and one day he appears to Joe and he says, "Joe, I got some good news and some not so good news." He said, "The good news is there is baseball in heaven. So the bad news is you're pitching on Tuesday." The gates of heaven open, I will step right in. When the gates of heaven open, it won't matter where I've been. You'll be there to greet me, walking by my side. When the gates of heaven open, they'll open wide. Oh Jesus, know I'm true, but I'm not perfect. The things I do, you have my heart, my soul too. You have my promise, I will follow you. When the gates of heaven open, I will step right in. When the gates of heaven open, it won't matter where I've been. You'll be there to greet me, walking by my side. When the gates of heaven open, they'll open wide. Oh Jesus, lead me from sin, free from despairing, worrying. I want meaning with glory, my dearest friend. When our life after life begins. Oh Jesus, give me rest. You know in this life I did my best. You showed the way through every test. To be kind, to be loving, to be blessed. When the gates of heaven open, I will step right in. When the gates of heaven open, it won't matter where I've been. You'll be there to greet me, walking by my side. When the gates of heaven open, they'll open wide. When the gates of heaven open, they'll open wide. When the gates of heaven open, they'll open wide. Thank you. So this next song is I guess the one that really started my worship song path. It happened during COVID, those first dark, frightening days of COVID, when it went from one guy sick in New Rochelle to thousands of people dying every day. So I was really frightened. I thought, is this the end times? I didn't know what was going on, and I was home, and when you're spending all of that time home, you kind of get your nose pressed up against yourself, and this gave me some time to look at things and to also pray for a better outcome. So this is called Bring Me Back. forgiveness. Send me your love and bring me back to what's true. Dear Jesus, bring me back. Jesus, bring me back. Jesus, bring me back home to So I heard this really beautiful quote by Mother Teresa one day. And the quote was, "Let's do something beautiful for God." And I thought that was so nice. I said, okay, there's a song there. I've got to write that song. It's just like I heard this other story about Mother Teresa where, she passed away. And when she got to heaven, Jesus greeted her. And he said, "Mother Teresa, I'm going to give you a little chance to look around. And we'll meet later for dinner." So she said, "That sounds really wonderful." So she's still in prayer and she's walking along in the clouds and she sees a little break in the clouds and she looks down and she can see down into hell. And they're having a pig roast and the beer is flowing and there's a taco bar and there's a make-it-yourself ice cream sundae bar, and she's really shocked at what's going on down there. Wow. So she keeps going and praying, and lo and behold, there's another break in the clouds, and she looks down and, oh my God, they're having filet mignon, they're having lobster tail, the Dom Perignon. And so she goes to dinner, to have dinner with Jesus, and she's sitting at the table and she's waiting, and he comes in, he puts a tuna fish sandwich in front of her and a tuna fish sandwich in front of himself. So she said, "Jesus, I'm just a little confused. I look down into hell and they're having pig roasts and filet mignon and champagne, and we're having tuna fish sandwiches?" And Jesus said, "Well, I figured why fuss? It's just you and me." All right, let's do something beautiful for God. Let's do something beautiful for God. Let's do something beautiful for God. Summer, fall, winter, spring, God breathes in everything. Let's do something beautiful for God. Let's be something beautiful for God. Let's be something beautiful for God. Who gives life, gives love, and guidance from above. Let's be something beautiful for God. us all find a way to live in peace each day. Let's do something beautiful for God. Let's do something beautiful for God. Yeah, so this song is called Mighty Love. It's about the strongest power in the universe. One, two. Mighty love, mighty love. In these troubled times, one thing I'm so certain of. Mighty love, Road, David August, Chris Conti, Sam Wagner. I'm going to turn the stage over to David now. David is going to sing an original song with Candace called Good in This World.
I just want to say a couple of words here. And I wouldn't have said it, but I heard the thunder. And I just think it's a wonderful thing, you know, because God works in everybody's life. And, you know, I'm a teacher over at Cortland School for the Performing Arts, and I teach piano and guitar to people. And my friend Ray, who's sitting over here, he's like, you know, you're going to teach Beddy today. I said, who's Beddy? Well, she wants to learn how to play some jazz. I'm a believer, okay? I believe in Jesus. I believe in his resurrection. I believe in the true fact of Jesus' story, okay? And then she comes to me and says, well, I'd like you to play all these songs about Jesus. Which is so awesome because, I mean, I personally have been writing songs about Jesus for about 30 years. So, anyway, I just want to say that. So this is, I was listening to a pastor and he was giving a sermon on this subject. You know, everybody complains about things in this
Guess
world.
what happened today?
What happened?
Well,
At the store?
Yeah, actually.
I knew it.
Yeah, so like I reached for a
And
card.
so the name of this
And then
song is
someone else
actually
grabbed it, like, the
Why.
same. So I
Is
immediately
there
let go. I'm like,
good
oh, sorry, yeah, you can have this one. But then, like, I
Was
realized.
it a vampire?
No, it was.
2, 3. Why such heartache and trouble and useless convictions, and who blames who?
I see this kind of thinking spinning out of control, mostly confusing what we hold true.
It's a tough situation. Hear what I say, I hope you'll agree.
If everyone is busy looking out for themselves, then why is there good in this world?
But we hold on, all his sons and daughters, blessed with hope in someone greater, the source of living water. He has come and done his work to make this world as one. You just step right out and have some faith in the sun. You'll see why there's good in this world. Well, we all have our conditions. We give with the left while we take with the right.
It's funny how we tell ourselves we're doing some good, keeping our motives far from plain sight.
But he knows our every weakness. I'm thankful to say that he covered me.
Ever and forever Jesus pours out his love, revealing what's good in this world.
But we hold on, all his sons and daughters,
Blessed
with hope in someone greater, the source of living water.
the King has come and done, and sacrificed his only Son.
Washed away our sins so we could one day become
The hands of its good in this world. That's why there's good in this world.
LoBalbo. Okay, I get to walk away from the piano for this one. So I've always really loved the Good Samaritan story. And one day I decided I wanted to write a story song about it, you know, kind of in the style of Harry Chapin or Bob Dylan. So I said, well, let me see, how would Bob Dylan tell the story of the Good Samaritan? So I know you're all thinking, like, on my way to heaven. So we're all do our best Bob Dylan imitation. As he walked along the street, the poor man had been beaten, needed care and food to eat. The Pharisee looked upon him with suspicion and disdain, said, I'd like to help you, but I can't. Let me please explain. I'm on my way to heaven. I'm only passing through. I'm on my way to heaven, and I have no time. A Levite came along and passed the man in deep despair. Thought that he might lend a hand, but then he wouldn't dare. Could be a trap, he reasoned, an evil, tricky ruse. So as he rode away, he used the very same excuse. I'm on my way to heaven. I'm only passing through. I'm on my way to heaven, and I have no time for you. The dying man was fading as his enemy knelt by. He felt the stranger clean his wounds and lift him to a ride. He felt the bed beneath him, and on his lips some bread. When he was well, he heard the tale of what the stranger said. I'm on my way to heaven. I'm only passing through. I'm on my way to heaven. All I have is time for you. There's a road that we all follow, fixed on a dream somewhere. When you come across someone in need, let this be your prayer. I'm on my way to heaven. I'm only passing through. I'm on my way to heaven. All I have is time for you. I'm on my way to heaven. All I have is time for you. Thank you, Dan. So 15 months ago, Russia invaded the Ukraine. I was in shock and disbelief, and I thought, here we go again. Seems like after every war, we look at each other and say, let's never do that again. And then we do it again. So I wrote this song as a prayer for peace, called Grant Us Peace. And Candace is going to sing this with me. us peace, grant us So, in the program, in my bio, it says that I grew up listening with a transistor radio in my ear. Really dating myself now. How many of you remember transistor radios? So I had this really cool little transistor. It had an antenna, and I used to love to listen to Motown and the girl groups in Motown, and the way they did this call and response thing, like, I've been crying, ooh, 'cause I'm lonely for you. So I combined it into this song about asking Jesus for help, because I thought, well, why not ask him? He lived in this world. He went to weddings. He went to picnics. He went fishing. He's been here. He's been around. He knows what's going on here. So the song is called Just Ask Jesus. Here we go. Jeez. He loves me and you. So, this next song is The Gift. It's called The Gift. And I wrote it, I on New Year's, I went to a tea ceremony. I didn't know it was going to be a tea ceremony. I thought it was going to be a sound bath. So I went there. If any of you have ever been to a sound bath or don't know what it is, you go there and you lay down on the floor, you chill out, and they play gongs and Tibetan bowls and bells, and you just kind of let the different vibrations and sounds wash over you and zone out. But when I got there, it was a tea ceremony, and it's almost the opposite. So there were these little chairs set up, and the tea master was there, and she told the origin story of every tea, and it was kind of amazing. Like one little tree grew up in a crag in a mountain, and they had to hike up for days to get a little sprig of it, and then they grew it, they grafted it, and so they had this tea. And she said she's going to pass around the bowl of tea leaves, and you smell it. Take a moment, exhale, smell it again. And it was amazing. There was so much to smell. And then the second time you smell it, it's like, oh wait, there's overtones. There's some mint and there's some vanilla. And so it was different every time. And then she boiled the water to the proper temperature, and she gave each of us a cup. And she looked right in my eyes and gave me this cup of tea, and I tasted it, and I closed my eyes, and I could taste all these different tastes, and then a second tasting, and it was like, oh wait, in my peripheral taste buds, it was like, oh wait, there's something else over there, there's something else in it. And it made me realize how much I miss in the moment. How many times have I been doing a crossword puzzle and eating a sandwich, and not a celestial tuna sandwich, but I'll be eating a sandwich, and I'll go to grab some more, and it's not there, and I finished it. So it made me see how mindless I can be in the moment, but the moment is where it's at. They call it the present because it's a gift. Everything happens in the moment. You have infinite possibility in the moment. So this song is called The Gift. Stepping into the brightness of sunshine from out of the night. Only in this moment, only now, I could be living inside it and guided by joy if I allow. God bless this messy, rainy May. The present is the present, the only place easy and flowing and laughing and growing and knowing God in me. Don't hold on to the future. Don't drag the past around. Be in the flow and the coming and going. It's oh so simply profound. God bless this mess here, radio May. God bless November when it's gray. God bless this every day. Every day. The present is the present, the only place to be. It's the only place to receive the gift. The present is the present, the only place to be. It's the only place to receive the gift. David August on piano, Dennis Lowe, alto sax. So, when I left, some 30 years ago, I left the corporate world, and I found that the key is multiple revenue streams. So one of my revenue streams was writing children's songs. And I started writing these personal songs, and people would tell me details of the child and, you know, their favorite food and where they lived. And sometimes I had very little to go on. Like one time I had to use Minnetonka, Minnesota as a line in a song, but I figured, hey, it uses up 8 syllables, let's go with it. But I thought, you know, I never wrote a lullaby for Jesus. So this song is called Thank You, Oh Jesus. Thank you, oh Jesus, your love moves our lives like breath in our body, it flows day and night. We're here to listen to all that you know, to love one another as on and on we go. Thank you, oh Jesus, so gentle and mild. Salvation was born in the form of a child. We're here to praise you. We're here to sing. We're here to find God in everything. Thank you, oh Jesus, you brighten our hearts like the dancing of light on a river of stars. We're here to glow with your love every day, to shine back at heaven as you guide our way. Thank you, oh Jesus. Thank you, oh Jesus. Thank you, oh Jesus. Thank you, Daniel Glode on flute.
Yeah.
So I wrote this song some years ago with a co-writer of mine, my friend Sandy. We were driving up the West Side Highway and she said to me, you know, it's about joy. It's about love. And then she said, it's about faith and trust and guidance sent from above. I said, I hear it. I hear it. Okay, so this song is called It's About Joy. I had the pleasure of singing this song with the choir here at BCC. We have a wonderful choir. There's not many of us. They're tiny but mighty. And they're fabulous voices, fabulous sight singers. And they challenged me, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Anyway, this song is called It's About Joy. So if there's any members of the choir here, please sing on. Let's sing along. It's about joy, it's about love, it's about faith and trust and guidance sent from above. How can I be sad when it's God I'm thinking of? It's about joy, 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 it's about love. Don't believe the things you see, just see what you believe. Give your thanks, sing your praise for what you have yet to receive. It's about joy. It's about love. It's about faith and trust and guidance sent from above. How can I be sad when it's God I'm thinking of? It's about joy, joy, joy. It's about love. You don't have to be afraid, just trust in His design. Press on to the prize where happiness lies. Open your eyes to the signs. It's about joy. It's about love. It's about faith and trust and guidance sent from above. How can I be sad when it's God I'm thinking of? It's about joy, joy, joy. It's about love. Ooh, it would be heaven on earth if you could love yourself the way that God loves you. Love is the way, the only way. God's love will carry us through, lifting up me and you. It's about joy. It's about love. It's about faith and trust and guidance sent from above. How can I be sad when it's God I'm thinking of? It's about joy, joy, joy. It's about love. It's about joy, joy, joy. It's about love. We have one more thing for you, and it's I just think it's one of the most beautiful words of celebration. You ready? Here you go, Sam. That's for you. thank you so much for coming this evening. Thank you so very much. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you. And thank you, Candace, and thank you, David August, and thank you, Chris Conti on bass, Jay Wagner, and James Stone on woodwind. Thank you so much. So when I was, as I said, that little kid with the transistor radio, this song just blew my mind. I loved it because growing up a Catholic, the idea of God was pretty scary. There was this Latin language that we all sang in, and there was smoke and darkness, and it was a little scary. And then I heard this tune, and I thought, wow, that's a celebration. I like that. So we're going to do this for you right now.
Please sing along if you know it.
Yeah,
which
please.
you all do.
What's different?